Presented by That Time I Got Reincarnated in the same world as an anime podcaster, this is Shonen Jumping the Gun, the show where we set our sights on the first chapter of a manga and decide if it's a misfire or a bullseye.
Let's see how many rounds are in this magazine.
On today's episode, but what if the boys were pretty and detectives? This is Pretty Boy Detective Club. Welcome, everybody. So they've gotten tired of being hosts and became detectives, huh? I'm Moxidine, here with the super sleuth, the daring detective, the genius gumshoe himself, blah, 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 blah. Isekai Sensei Sama Brad. Brad, how you doing? I'm getting tongue-tied with all your accolades.
Indubitably, my dear Moxie.
He didn't say that, but also who cares? Hello, folks. Here we are at the end of the boys arc, but more importantly, we have to tell you, we're recording this episode in the dark.
Ooh, not on purpose.
Not on purpose. Not for ambiance. While Brad was over, we recorded something earlier in the day, and a storm happened, and I lost power, but because Brad is incredible with all of his equipment, this is running on battery power, so...
It's not because I'm incredible. It just happens to be the way this works.
I know, but you bought something like that. You bought the good stuff. So if we reference the fact that we are sitting in the dark and don't have our normal access, please bear with us. But no, we are here to finish out the boys arc. What an arc it has been. And we'll have our tear down at the end, but we have Pretty Boy Detective Club, which I think I talked about this a little bit last episode, but originally not what was supposed to be here. Mm-hmm. I continue to not remember what it was called, but it was supposed to be one about boys who were idols. And that just seemed like one of the most...
Pretty Boy Idol Club.
Yeah, there you go. I guess they stopped being hosts, so maybe this is... Hi, also, sorry, just to bury the lead. This feels so much... I'll save it for later.
You save it for later. After the
I think
summary.
It comes up in my summary.
Yeah.
So before we get that, so from what I can understand, this has novels that start in October of 2015.
Oh.
12, in fact.
So you brought something that came as a novel, huh?
Not a light novel, just a regular... I didn't say light novel, it just said novel. 12, in fact, that have an illustrator, Kanako, who is not the artist of the manga, who is Suzuka Oda, but is credited for the character designs. The writer for both the novels and the 5 volumes of manga share the writer Nisio Isi. It ran from April 2016 to July 2019 in the shoujo magazine Aria until 2018, then moved to Shonen magazine Edge.
What?
So this is a trans manga.
Nice.
The thing, if the magazine is what determines, it's whatever that moniker is. It changed it changed demographic magazines, and thus it was Pretty Girl Detective Club. No.
Pride Month is over.
Pride Month is over. Pride Month lives on, and we're in Wrath Month. Remember?
Yeah. Right. That's what the sky's doing right now.
Yes. It's very angry.
Guys, it was literally hailing.
It was hailing. It's the hottest. It is literally, we are in the heat wave, and it's the hottest day so far.
It was 103 earlier today.
And it was hailing. I was like, there's no way. And then I'm like, and the water is oozing. Sorry, this maybe goes in afterbeats. The water is literally oozing through my doors. It was coming down so hot, or so heavy, whatever. Okay.
Hot and heavy.
Hot and there you go. Except cold because there was hail. Okay, let me focus. Time for my patented Moxie's Mox Speed manga summary, which is going to be worse because I'm reading this from my phone and not my tablet. Following one's dream is beautiful, but giving up one's dream is just as beautiful. If that boy were here, that pretty boy, I'm sure that's what he'd say. This is the story of how I, Mayumi Dojima, gave up my dream. Dojima will always be a name marked to Yakuza for me, the Yakuza games. Isn't he the Dragon of Dojima?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no way that I can say this out loud that makes it make sense, but the chapters are called files. So it says file, the name of the chapter, and then I guess the number, because they go in sets. So this is file, the dark star that shines for you alone, 1.
So each arc is a name.
I'm assuming, or like a set. In the way that like we had the Shibuya incident.
Right.
It was chapter whatever, Shibuya incident part, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
I don't know why I went for that one. I guess because that one was like a manga that normally didn't do that at all, then did it a bunch all at once. Our protag Mayumi lets us in on the titular Pretty Boy Detective Club, who dubiously operates out of Yubiwa Academy Middle School a private school, if you hadn't already guessed. She's here to ask them for help, it seems. But her actually getting help from them was equally unclear with all the scuttlebutt around the school about them. And they make a point that it's like, they solve problems, but it also might be creating the problems they're solving. It's unclear. And you know what? The end of this chapter remains unclear. On arriving at their palatial office straight out of Oran High in an old art room, she introduces us to the gang.
There's literally a bed in there. That's the first thing she sees.
Oh my goodness. The boss man, but not the actual leader, Michiru Fukoru, a noir-talking gumshoe punk that instantly calls our next boy a lolicon. The prim and proper student council president for 3 years running, Nagahiro Sakaguchi, talks this off as an arranged marriage out of his control.
I believe him.
What?
I believe him.
I believe him too. Then, the boy with legs, and he knows how to use them, Hayota Ashikaga, with legs so pretty and shown off with his short shorts that the girls all wear longer skirts and leggings, just not to compete with him, or at least that was my read on him. He's got little goblin scamp energy.
Oh, I would discipline him.
I had a feeling that you would have got. Then the quiet, moody painter, Sosaku Yubiwa, the same Yubiwa family the school is named for. He is, in fact, the heir.
I'm into that, too.
You like the quiet types?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, a specific kind of quiet type.
Gotcha. And to cap it all off, the leader of the club, who our lead Mayumi doesn't really know anything about, the mysterious Manabu Sotoin, who brought her here. Side note, it's really hard not to read his beautiful features as feminine, especially with how much it feels like this manga is inspired from Oran High School Host Club's playbook.
I think it's Satoin.
That makes more sense. I'm going to get more into that later.
Okay.
Cut to earlier, as in when we talk about things. Cut to earlier with Mayumi on a balcony overlooking the starry sky on the eve of her 14th birthday, vowing to finally end this daily ritual. What she could have accomplished if she hadn't been chasing this silly dream the last 10 years, since she was 4. The train of thought is startled by Manabu, the beautiful detective boy, whose appearance sends Mayumi accidentally tumbling over the railing and off the roof.
The end.
Japanese schools really need to get their roof railings raised. This just keeps happening. Crap, she thinks. Do I really need to go out like this? The answer is no, as Manabu grabs her and pulls her to safety. He quickly deduces she's up here because she likes stargazing. We've got a real Sidcraft on our hands here. He loves the beautiful stars because their beauteous light shines so lovely on his beautiful features. He's really obsessed with beauty if you haven't picked that up yet. He offers to help her look for whatever it is she's looking for, but Mayumi thinks he's super sketch and wants to leave, but is uncontrollably pulled in. Yes, I'm looking for something. Would you help me? A stranger pulled into this last act. And now we're back to the now, still not knowing what that thing is. More Oran High School occurs with her declaring she hates beautiful people, which sends the boys all a titter. I mean, we learned the first rule of the Pretty Boy Detective Club is to be pretty.
It's right in the name.
Yes. I like they make it clear, though. Even after being shaken by all this weirdness, she decides to open up. She's looking for a star. One she saw 10 years ago, more shining and beautiful than the rest. A star so beautiful her dream was to become an astronaut and visit that star. A thing you can do as an astronaut. But she was 4, so I guess it's fine. This star, the lodestone of her dream, she then lost and couldn't find. This is the dream she has to give up.
I mean, really what she should want to be is an astronomer.
Yes. Manabu, for all his love of beauty, is immediately entranced by such a story and agrees to put the pretty boys on the case to find the missing star, despite its seemingly impossible status. Then we learn Rule 2 of the Pretty Boy Detective Club, which is to be a boy, making me all the more suspicious our lead boy is in fact not a boy. But I think it's supposed to communicate they still have their childish wonder. That's why they're taking the case.
They pretty much say that.
I know, but just like...
You think there's more to it.
But I don't also. I think it's just my own radar. I've got one more line, and then we can get into that part and then get into everything. And then we suddenly go to the roof to start looking, and there is a helicopter there waiting for them to help with the search for the missing star. End of chapter 1.
That's because the one boy left to take care of.
Yes. You're right. That's why he leaves. I didn't think about that, but you're right. But it's just still like wild. Like we're going to, because you're like, we're going to the roof. Obviously, we're going to go look through like a telescope or something, and then there's a helicopter
Mayumi?
there.
No, wait.
Yubiwa. Well, that's his last name because he's from the
Manabu Sotoin
is the detective.
Is the quiet one.
No. Yubiwa is the quiet one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't think he says anything this
Yubiwa
chapter.
is the one who leaves.
Correct. And he's getting the thing.
Right,
He's
'cause
probably
his
more connected
family
because
is
it's
rich.
Yeah, and they're the ones that have the school. No, before we get into all the literally everything else, the only if I did not have this, I already said this. This is so Oran High School Host Club coded.
Yeah.
Uncontrollably so, and not in a bad way. This is not.
No,
feel
actually,
like
in a better way.
it's an homage. Bad people steal, bad artists steal, or no? What's the actual thing?
There's
bad
nothing
artists-
new under the sun.
No, there's something with good artists steal, but I don't remember what bad artists do unless it's just the phrase is good artists steal. But that's what's happening. This is an homage. This is very clearly inspired by. This does not feel like a knockoff. This just feels like it's built from the pieces, inspiration-wise. But no, if this was not so clearly Oran High School Host Club coded and we hadn't just read it, sorry, it was the light. I would not have thought any gender shenanigans were going on.
Yeah.
But he just looked, compared to the rest of them, because they're all very pretty boys. They're drawn to be very pretty boys. He just looked that kind of like feminine, and then the whole thing of like be a boy, which like you said and I said is almost assuredly about, because they make a point of it, of their like youthfulness and their like the childlike wonder. Because I think like the legs boy, the legs goblin is like, I'm like a boy. I wear my short shorts. I'm not a man.
Yeah.
But it was just like really hard for my brain not to ping off of both of those things. But I don't think it is, because when I went to the Wikipedia page for more information, there's no mention of like, and he's secretly a she. So I think that was me just very much reading into it. But no.
And we've already done that in Oran High School Host
We did,
Club,
but I
so
thought
we don't
that's
need to
why
do that
maybe
again.
we do it again. But I don't know. Brad, how did you get along with this manga?
I would say relatively well, considering my feelings on Oran High School Host Club, where I was like, I didn't really connect with any of them. I was much more on board with this group, just sort of overall, but also some of the specific ones I was much more into.
I would agree with that, but there's something about it that I can't put my finger on, that it is just strange. It feels. I think the whole star thing is just very like we appear.
Yeah, it's a strange setup.
When reading back through it, it reads a lot more noir in a way that a manga art style makes my brain not think about.
I didn't really ping off that at all.
Because it's the woman is outside being melodramatic about something and she's trying to find something, and then the detective is like, your case is crazy, but I'm going to help you in your time of struggle.
Yeah.
But it's got that, it's the very Japanese manga, like your dreams and all that. Not to say people don't have dreams everywhere else, but there's like, that extra thing, especially when you're thinking about that as a middle schooler. Every time there's a manga in middle school, I'm like, you're just adults. Why are you in middle school? Why aren't you in at least high school?
I do have to say though, because one of the boys was at the beginning saying like, also giving up on your dreams is beautiful.
Well,
and
that's what
like,
she
what?
thinks. That's what she thinks he would say.
That's ridiculous.
Which is because he seems like an airhead to an extent, but also not. Like I don't. If we hadn't already reloaded manga this arc, and the fact that there's too many things to do, I'd honestly be really curious to reload this one, because this is one where I'm like, what are we doing? And like, is it?
See, I'm not that curious about it.
I guess because I was more like, I don't know if I'm necessarily like in on it. I'm just more of just like, really? We're like, what do you mean we're getting in a helicopter? How do you look for a missing star?
I mean, the conceit of this arc, this first arc of finding the star, there's a mystery to it.
Yeah.
But I think as an overall series, I think it's pretty straightforward, especially considering the chapter title.
I mean, I hope that means that whoever the person coming in for stuff gets to swap out, and it's not only her. Not that our lead is bad,
Right?
But she just spends a lot of time. Like, they spend a lot of time playing around with the mystery of it, where she's like, it takes a while for even her to say what it is, but also she doesn't want to involve other people, but she like she just like she blurts it, like she just has to. She feels compelled to be like, okay, you're coming with me on this final ride to dispel me of this dream. Either find it or be done with it.
I think that's because he showed up at that moment. Because like this, she was like, "This is it. My birthday is like tomorrow or whatever, and I'm gonna give this up." And he happens to be there.
She somewhere inside of her, she still wants to find it, even if she's not saying as much. And that's why it's like when he comes there to help, she's like,
yeah. And so it's serendipitous.
Yes, it is. Yeah, again, it feels kind of noir-y in that way.
Yeah, no, I definitely get what you're saying. I think the overall tone and style didn't strike me as noir.
That's
but
what I
get
mean.
what
That's
you're
why it's
saying.
just by reading, like when I don't have the art in my eyes and I'm just reading bits of it, it's like, this does feel kind of noir-y now in a way that I did not feel at all reading it outside of just, I mean, even I use the word noir to describe the guy who was essentially like the muscle. Like he had a certain rat-a-tat-tat for the little bit you get to interact with him. But it's also really funny that he's called the boss man, but he's not the boss.
Yeah.
I think that just implied his power. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, he was definitely taking the lead in terms of like introducing everything, and they all have titles that would lead you to believe that they are the one in charge.
True.
And it seems
yeah, because she's like, and this guy's in charge of all these others these in charge guys.
right.
I'm confused how I feel about this because I feel like I had a better time reading it than Oran High School Host Club, but I think maybe it's just because I have different distance from it, like, and maybe it's just because it's dealing with like a topic that is important to me. Like Oran High School Host Club seems like it's more about something, and this just feels very just like, wow.
This feels like the start of a sitcom is the wrong word, but a thing where it's like we do a thing for a couple chapters and then we do a different thing for a couple chapters and so on and so forth, instead of having an overarching something going on like in Oran with the main character.
True. I feel like just, I mean, again, that's why, I mean, I guess reloading would have only made us see this arc.
Right.
So it wouldn't have helped entirely, but I'd still very curious what they do. But like you said, it's like I like their designs more, their personalities are more. I mean, it's both inspired, but also kind of doing its own thing with them. I mean, it's a decade later as well. That helps because it's now like the main thing of this one is there's a mystery element. They were written as mystery novels,
right?
And they do have they had designs, but they weren't like. You know, it wasn't written as a manga necessarily.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
That's why I keep coming back to when I just read it without visuals. I'm like, yeah, this does feel more mystery noir-y of like woman has problem, man serendipitously find, not that the gender was important to it and then help solve it, but also there's this the weird quirkiness of, because what we have such a history, and I'm sure Japan does too, of like quirky mystery solvers.
Yes.
Throughout a lot of time. I mean, like Columbo. Monk, the guys from Psych, Agatha Christie novels. I'm literally going to see an Agatha Christie play next weekend. An infinite number of more that I can't even begin to think of or remember right now. And I'm like, I'm sure Japan has that too. So like, now that it's
they
like
do. The Words About Books is covered.
Well, there you go. But now that it's like you have like a quintet of weirdos with a head weirdo, because they are very strange. Like again, everybody's very strange in this first chapter, and it's not bad. It's just like, I don't know how to feel about this.
Right.
And I feel like that was one of my main takeaways was like, I had a good time, but also I'm just very confused how I feel. Not what happened. I guess just what it is and where it's going.
Yeah.
I don't know. What were some other thoughts you had about it?
I mean, yeah, there's not a lot going on here. It doesn't really set up any greater thing going on besides the setup for these are the boys,
which I think it does a good job of letting you meet everybody.
Yeah, they all have
succession.
their a little bit of time to sort of explain their gimmick, except for the quiet one. But that's obviously
his explanation is that he
Right.
didn't let you get one.
So in that way, like I connected with these boys more.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Which is interesting because I don't think the boys in Oran High School Host Club didn't get introductions, but
I think because they are specifically they are written out to be people who specifically exist in a host club, which is a lot more specific and a sort of not always, but somewhat sexually charged situation. And that isn't here, except for the boy with the legs. They make a point of that. I do love that point of the whole. His legs are so beautiful. All the girls who are like doting over him specifically started wearing leggings and lolling their skirts to not mess with that. But then there's like a follow up joke on that he sits upside down in the chair, possibly to show off his legs, but also so they can look up the girls' skirts. But he can't see because they started wearing longer skirts.
Right.
And it's like, okay, that's like a funny little tiny clockwork joke in the background that I kind of like. Okay, no, that's pretty funny actually, because it's like unclear what the answer is, so it gets to be kind of, you gets to play in the margins like that.
I'm reminded of a Baby No Money song. It's the Pretty Boy anthem.
Oh.
You strong, sexy, handsome, you have certified gigolo.
Oh my goodness. They're in middle school, Brad. Slow down. No. Yeah, I like, again, I don't know how much of it's the art design that just they all look more interesting than the Oran High School. Like it's really hard to not compare the two.
I think that's what it comes down to. Like at the end of the day, I wasn't creeped out by any of them.
No, but we're not in a specifically sexual setting. I shouldn't say sexual, but also sexual. I don't know what to do with host clubs.
Yeah. But yeah, the art didn't turn me off. And
agreed.
Like,
same here, I should say.
I think because of that, I was able to, connect to them more.
Yeah, had a better time.
Even though there's not I don't think there's a significant enough difference in like the story and setting that I should be going, oh, I didn't like any of those boys, but I like some of these boys. But that's what it comes down to.
I mean, sometimes it's vibes. It's all vibes. And these vibes were better because they weren't as host clubby. Like there's something here to grab onto outside of like, it's the boys, which, right. I mean, that's Boys Arc for you. Yeah, I don't know if I have more thoughts. I genuinely don't know. Like, this was one that I was very surprised by. I'm glad we read it. For a last-minute fill-in, this was also originally not supposed to end the arc. The thing that this was replacing was, like, right, Windbreakers was originally supposed to be the end of the arc. But then this was so clearly Oran High School inspired, or if they were both inspired from the same thing, even further upriver, but like this just feels so specific to it that I'm like, oh, Oran High School technically started the arc even if it was the end of shoujo, and this just felt like a very like, it's poetry, it rhymes.
Bookend. Yeah,
a good bookend to it. To then look over all the boys we met and how we felt about those series as the arc is ending. So, because where do we think it goes? Again, I have no effing clue what it means that they're going to find a star. I have no effing clue what it means that she wanted to be an astronaut, because we just don't know anything else about her to know how much that actually became. Like, the fact that she's been melodramatic about this for a decade when she started when she was 4 is still very like...
Although I do have to say, the way that her parents were talking down to her about being an astronaut, I'm just like, do you understand how smart and good grades and everything you have to be an astronaut?
And also just physically...
You should totally encourage that.
Yeah.
Because even if you don't get to go to space, you are set for life if you have the qualifications to be an astronaut.
Yeah. But also... Double also, I mean, I guess she's I'm assuming comes from enough money that she can go to this very prestigious prep school.
Yeah.
Or private academy, I should say. But also she's a woman in Japan, so outlook not so... Actually, I don't know that, but I'm assuming, statistically speaking. But also, I don't know that, so who knows? Anything's possible. But yeah, like, I guess, like you said, they somehow solved the mystery. Did they solve it in this first volume? I don't know. Where did you read this?
So I had a hard time finding it.
Okay.
And then I eventually clicked on like the place where you can buy it, Kodansha's website.
Oh, you never found the site that I found then. Weird.
And on Kodansha's website, you can read the entire first chapter.
Maybe that's where I read it. I don't know. I read this the same spot I read Windbreakers, which technically had ads, but they never loaded. So I just said skip. And then I read the entire chapter.
Also Kodansha.
What?
Windbreakers
yeah, maybe. Maybe they were both. I don't remember. It started with an O. It was like 5 letters. I've never seen it before. I hope it doesn't disappear.
When I saw this one was Kodansha, I was like, oh, I'll check K-Manga. Not on K-Manga.
Weird. I'm assuming it's official because the translation seemed good.
Yeah. I think it's just officially in volumes.
But that's what I was going to say. The one that I read had the starting pages of the volume because it had all the chapters, which is how I knew the naming thing. So at least for the entire first volume...
Maybe they ripped it off of Kodansha's website.
I don't know, maybe. But the entire first volume at least is this first mystery. Because what? Like, an arc is just, here is one of the detective novels,
well, yeah,
probably.
And when you talk about it being a novel, it makes more sense that it's like,
We're starting in the. We're not in the middle, but we're starting from moment one that we are starting this mystery that we're going to be doing for a while. There wasn't like a tiny warm up one,
right? But like
a la like Phoenix Wright or something.
Each novel is going to be translated into the manga, and so
that's my thought.
Each arc
that's my
is
assumption.
one novel.
Again, that is my assumption.
That is my assumption.
So maybe it is more than one volume. They said what? There's 14 novels and 5 volumes of manga.
Oh, well, is it still coming out?
I don't remember.
Maybe they just didn't.
The novels
do
are
every
over,
single
I
novel.
think. Yeah, exactly. Or maybe they do them in less. I don't know, but that would make sense because this entire first novel is this one, and that wouldn't. Whatever.
I would think that you'd have.
Maybe
to have
they just
at
adapted
least
the ones
one
that people
entire
liked
novel.
the most out of the 14.
Right.
I wonder if there is a Columbo manga. There has to be. Japan loves Columbo for some reason.
Yeah. I don't know.
Give me an excuse to watch Columbo.
Just one more thing.
I love that. I love that song.
No, we already covered that.
I mostly know.
May I ask one final thing?
Yes, you're right. I mostly know Columbo from freaking Gianni's Dubs. Insane. I'm getting distracted. Brad, any final thoughts before Thinky Thinks and Feely Feels? Because we still have the entire arc breakdown to do.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, I don't know. I picked up on this, but I couldn't figure out if it was a thing that meant something. But she has her irises are a star, which is very clear right from the beginning. But then there's some times where she doesn't have it, and there was a part closer to the end where one of them takes her glasses, or she takes them off, and he gets real close, and he's like, "You have very pretty eyes," and it's very clear, like,
I didn't think about that.
He can see the stars in her eyes, but then she puts her glasses on, and the stars go away. But earlier, when we saw her eyes, she had her glasses on, and we could see the stars. So I was unsure if it was like the readers can always see the stars when it's
that might
relevant,
be like a metaphor.
But people in real life can only see it when she's got her glasses off.
Opens up.
I don't know.
I mean, isn't that the whole thing that she's like, this is dumb, and then she finally opens up about this uncontrollably?
Yeah. So
Starry-eyed
I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. Or if she's got eye damage from looking at that bright light when she was 4.
I would hope it's more symbolism, but who knows? This manga has already shown that I don't know where reality and insanity exist.
Maybe she's a jukebox hero.
A juice box?
A jukebox hero.
Jukebox hero. Yeah,
with
stars in her eyes.
She'll come alive tonight.
I don't remember the rest of the Man, Thinky Thinks and Feely Feels are going to be really hard on this one.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll kick us off. I'm going to say I think this is good to great.
I think this is great, parentheses, I think.
What the fuck does that mean?
I think that it's great, I think. Think I to make it a palindromic with words.
Well, okay. Explain yourself then.
Because like you said, it's like I was intrigued by it.
Yeah.
It was an easy read. The characters are clear and likable enough.
Yep.
Like the setup is just like, oh yeah, we're especially knowing it comes from novels. It just gives you a very like we're gonna go solve a mystery, but it's just so like it's one where it felt like its own self had a clear continuity of reality that I just never caught. But I never got the sense that it was like because it's like Bungo Stray Dogs was a manga that had a lot going on where it's just like what the fuck are you doing? Like there was a lot of confusion in that just felt like bad writing. But this is one where it's like, no, everything's put together well. I just feel like I have zero... I think that's just my own read, is like I have zero context of what the scope of what's going on is right now.
Okay. So
and that's more of a me thing.
Within this first chapter, in and of itself, it is great.
But also it's
as
like
a series, I
don't
think
know.
It might be.
It might be. Because it's like it's one of those, it's like, I think it could cash its checks, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, some of this also, it's like when you come back to a mystery that you already know the answer to, is it good or not? Does it need to be? And the answer is, I don't know. But right now I can't guess what will happen because this is we're getting on a helicopter, which is already insane, to find a lost star somehow.
Yeah. So I think we're pretty much on the same page. Like my good to great,
Yeah.
I think is pretty much the same as your
gradient
great, I
is
think.
the like I'm pretty sure, but also this is strange.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I'm like at good with is the actual conceit of what is going on, the underlying premise of these boys solving mystery. The first chapter didn't give us enough of a hook into that. Like it's hooked us into this specific mystery,
Yes,
but not into the group itself. Individually, we have enough of
we've
the boys.
met them, but collectively. But I mean,
a cohesive group link isn't really there, and so that's where my good is, and that everything else is
but
great.
it could show up. I mean, that's that thing of like a novel is written differently than a manga.
Right, and that's probably
and
what
a novel
it is.
can take its time more setting things up, where a manga we usually go, hey, could we at least get an inkling of this out of the gate?
And I think Ouran High School Host Club tried to do that.
Yes.
To have that connection.
I just think
explaining what the school is and seeing the host club in action with other
because it didn't have bigger
ladies
things
and,
to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it will conceptually, but like a mystery is like a thing you chew on for a while.
Right. So while I like this more than Ouran High School Host Club, Ouran High School Host Club had that one thing going for it above this.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. What are your feelings?
Huh.
I know, right?
Because I want to say great, but I don't think I'm quite there.
Isn't it weird? Again, every episode, there's always like we find manga and it's like I feel like it's amazing how many different ways we can feel about things, and this is one where I go, I don't know what I feel.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I've said that before. But this feels different than those.
I think I'm gonna go good to great on feeling as well.
I think I feel good. I think I can't do that twice, but like, because it's one of those of just like, again, I'm confused, and I'm not unintrigued. Like again, easy read, good read. Like I don't think I'll read more of it, but also I'm. What's the positive version of a car crash?
I think it is an easy read, and if this existed in a digital form that was easy for me to get to, I would definitely read more. That's a big one.
That's it. Yeah, if this is more at arm's grasp, that's a good way of putting that. I guess
it's not enough for me to go out of my way to get it.
I guess rolling from that, would you buy? And I think the answer is no.
I mean, yes, in so much as I would pay money for this in a format like K-manga. I would
Oh, really?
I would pony up for it in that aspect.
Interesting.
I wouldn't buy the volume, I don't think. And sort of, yeah, because ordering the volume I think is beyond the scope of my positive feelings towards it.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement. I don't think I'd do that either.
But
do we do a mystery arc or are first chapters of mystery mangas booty?
Well,
or have we just read bad ones? And by bad ones, I mean Sid Craft.
I like Sid Craft enough.
But no, but like maybe it's just we have a quest of finding a mystery manga where the first chapter is a good mystery. Because the problem with Sid Craft was that the first mystery was bad.
My goal for that would be finding a mystery series where I read the first chapter and go, oh my God, I have to read the rest of this to find out what happens.
I mean, what? That gives us finally an excuse to cover Case Closed.
How many chapters are they up to?
More than One Piece, which is saying a lot. Because One Piece has a lot.
So all of that said, I think I would put this on par. No, not quite. I'm going to go slightly less than Windbreakers. I'll do 7 Flights of Stairs.
7 Flights of Stairs. I think I'd do 5, maybe? I don't know. Clearly there's something pulling me through, but I'm just very I don't know.
I think that's fair.
But that seems like a reasonable amount.
And I think, I don't know, maybe maybe mysteries and detective and stuff is more my speed than yours, in the same way that beating the shit out of people is more your speed than mine.
Very true. I don't do mysteries a lot, but I don't know if that's just because I haven't poked my head in. I do think we should have a mystery arc at some point, because I know there's a bunch of them. Even I just don't think I look for them, so I don't find them. But
you were just writing down arcs earlier.
I was. We went to the bookstore, and I didn't find any of the things that I actually wanted, but I got some other things and some new arc ideas.
So you should probably write this down.
Yeah, I'll do it then.
You'll do it when you hear this, when it comes out.
Yeah. When my power comes back on. So,
folks, we have had no power for over an hour now.
Yeah, I better not open my fridge like an idiot. So we are now at the end of Boys Arc.
Oh yeah.
Which encompassed technically Ouran High School. Let me see if I can remember. Ouran High School Host Club.
I'm going to pull it up.
Okay. No, I want to do it from memory. I mean,
no, yes, I am going to
confirm me.
Yeah.
Ouran High School Host Club, Haikyuu, Phantom Busters, Bungo Stray Dogs. I don't remember what the isekai one is, but I never remember the
fact that you remembered that we did it.
I know,
good.
I've been forgetting that one a lot. Windbreaker, and now this Pretty Boy Detective Club.
Yes. I think Haunted Peak has a boy in it, but not part of that.
That hasn't happened. To you, it has happened already, listener, but to me, it's Saturday, and that hasn't happened yet. I haven't become a parasocial goblin yet. But I'm nervous about him. I'm nervous about it, Brad.
And I'm not nervous at all, because I barely know who he is.
I've been listening to him since I was in high school. I literally just started watching the new Let's Play episode, hearing his voice. I'm like, I'm going to talk to that man next week. Fuck! A thing I'm both very excited about and I'm sure it's going to be fine. It's always fine, and you already know, listeners, if it was fine or not, because it happened.
Guys, wasn't that crazy?
Wasn't it great?
How much of a disaster that was?
How much of a freaking parasocial goblin I was? No. So we're going to do our normal ranking, but I was making this joke to Brett earlier. You have to pick, I think we're going to pick best, we're going to give the award for our person one of best group of boys with an S. We're going to pick a best boy. And then, because every time you see a best boy, what do you have, Brad?
A key grip.
A key grip. So we have to pick a key grip, which I think best boy is our favorite boy. And key grip is what we think is what is the best boy of all the boys that we had, what we think. Eventually,
whatever you say.
Best boy and key grip is our thinky thinks and feely feels for boys. So let's rate the series first. Okay, wait. Let me start from the bottom.
We started from the bottom, now we're here.
Because that one's the easy one. Bungo Stray Dogs. I hated, I reloaded, and I hated it some more, and I'm so confused by Bungo.
I think that's the outlier.
I'm excited for Bungo episode to come out for somebody to tell me why I'm wrong. Because it seems like a thing and continue that I should like and should be good. It is.
Yeah.
To us, not to you. Y'all, it was like a couple weeks ago. Power Gap. Haikyuu.
Okay.
Ouran High School Host Club.
Doesn't count.
I'm counting it. The Issa 9.
All right.
Pretty Boy Detective Club. Windbreaker. Phantom Busters. I didn't miss any, right?
Nope. That totally makes sense.
I feel confident in that ending bit.
Yeah. All right.
Phantom Busters is also shifted because I've read almost the 4 volumes that are out in English right now.
Wow.
But also, I had a really good time with that first chapter, so that's not saying too much.
So yeah, Bungo Stray Dogs, bottom, definitely. I would say not even close to the worst thing we've ever covered on this.
No, but just very disappointing.
Bad enough.
Bad in a way that was very frustrating.
Yeah, and it's definitely an outlier within this group.
Yes, I would say so. I don't think it was. The Boys is not what ruined that.
So, if I was going to include Ouran High School Host Club, I'd put it next.
But you're not, so it's not there.
So
very different.
I think Haikyuu goes next. Haikyuu for me over Ouran High School Host Club.
Okay. I think what put Ouran over Haikyuu for me was the gender stuff, honestly, but that's not saying a lot.
That's fine.
Just to show you my process.
Damn. Okay. This gets hard now.
Yeah.
All the rest of them I quite enjoyed. I guess I need to do Pretty Boy Detective Club next.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, from Haikyuu to this next batch is also a jump. Not as big of a jump from Bungo to Haikyuu, but yeah, Pretty Boy Detective Club. I think I'm gonna then. Yeah, I think Transfer to Another World, but I'm the Savior. I'm not ranking that one at the top.
Wow.
I quite enjoy it.
Windbreaker above that for you?
I think I'm putting Windbreaker next after that one.
Wow, I'm surprised. Yeah. I know that you liked it, but like, you brought me that Isenine. You liked the Isenines a lot.
Again, it was
Windbreaker
good.
Is definitely my.
I wouldn't call it my favorite.
Interesting. Okay.
So, and then Phantom Busters.
Phantom Busters is so good.
Phantom Busters wins. Phantom Busters wins the arc, and I'm saying that I'm not attracted to any of those boys. It's just a good series.
It's a fun group of boys.
Having read the first chapter only,
yes.
I say it's a good
You didn't even
series.
technically meet all of them properly.
Right.
I mean, we read only the first chapter of all of these except Bungo, which, what a regret. Okay. We don't have to rank the groups of boys. What's the best set? So what? Haikyuu gets thrown out because we didn't get to meet them.
How many boys did we not meet yet in Phantom Busters in the first chapter?
There's a group of 4 of them. Technically, you've seen all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You only sort of meet the third one, and the fourth one is a visual cameo. So you haven't met. You don't meet him until the next chapter or 2. But they are at least present in the first chapter. I'm admittedly pulling from that a little bit for my stuff for that.
Transfer to Another World is another hard one because technically we only met 2.
I read a few more chapters of that one. I fell off then. But
it was just the king and the knight, right?
No, there was one other one, wasn't there?
Was there? Oh yeah, the mage. Yeah, right.
Yeah, because they're all connected and stuff.
Right, but there's like 3 or 4 more of them.
Who's the who? I guess when I say best, it's like most exemplifies the boys arc.
I mean, for me, then Pretty Boy Detective Club.
I was going to say I think it's got to be Pretty Boy Detective Agency.
Yeah,
not agency. Pretty Boy
I just
Club.
said it.
It's club,
I just
not agency.
said it out loud.
Detective Agency sounds so much better as my American ears, but they're not an agency. They're a club. I mean, some of it is like we didn't properly meet everybody in Windbreaker. We didn't properly meet everybody in Haikyuu.
Right.
We didn't like a lot of them is just like you can't meet the whole gang in the first chapter. That's a lot of legwork to do. And Phantom Busters gets by being a smaller group of boys that's more directed.
Yeah, I think the only other one where we like actually met everybody is Oron, and that's not in this arc.
And I think the Pretty Boy Detective Club is a better set of boys.
Even Bungo, from the end of that, we didn't actually meet everybody.
No. Bungo, honestly, I mean, some of this is shaped by not liking it, but Bungo is probably the one, going back in time, I would tell myself, don't cover this right
also,
now.
I think we have to
least.
We have to disqualify Bungo Stray Dogs because there is a girl in that group.
Team. There's a girl. There's at least one girl.
No, there's
2.
at least 2.
I think
because
at least because
the one shows up at the end of the first chapter, and then there's the sister in the second chapter.
She's dead, so who cares? And that was going to be a running, but is there a girl? I remember that being a running good at the beginning of it.
So yeah, Bungo Stray Dogs disqualified.
Yes, but also it's the one that I think fit the arc the least.
Yeah.
I still think it didn't not fit, but comparatively, it was like you said, it's like no, there's just this, like that was just a shonen, and by shonen, there's mostly boys.
We did need to cover it though. So
yeah, I guess it's one of those like it's not like go back in time because it sucks, don't cover it, but just like it shouldn't have been here, but I don't know where it would have been.
Failing grade.
I feel like I'm gonna say best boy for last.
I don't know if it's a failing grade.
I give it a
D.
It's a see me after class. I know you can do better than this. Like
C
that's
minus?
what I'm pointing because it's
C minus.
It's bad in a way that it shows flashes of promise in a way that it's like, again, like I say, you're better than this, and disappointment can sting more than just straight up like Gonron Egg is bad.
Gonron Egg gets an F.
Bungo Stray Dogs is disappointing, and that can be more biting at times. It was like that was the frustration.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
I want to end with best boy, so we're gonna do key grip. So who do you think of all the boys we met is the best boy?
The key grip?
The key grip is the one is your thinky thinks, your singular boy
like
that you think is
objectively
the best.
boy.
Yeah.
Whatever
that means.
The greatest of boys.
The greatest of boys. The bestest of boys.
I forget his name. The main character of Phantom Busters.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting. Okay.
The smart one. I think he's got all of the qualities that you need because he's beautiful and he's smart, but he's not. I mean, he is arrogant to a degree, but not like overtly.
It's founded. He's
not
never. I don't think he's
asshole.
arrogant, but
Right.
It comes from always being the smartest kid in the room and nobody really challenging him. I think my key grip is, I don't remember his name, the lead from Windbreaker.
Okay.
I think he had all the pieces.
So that's funny because we've sort of went opposite directions on that. Because the lead for Windbreaker is a huge mess.
But I think that makes him a great boy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, that's fine.
I guess.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying that it's like an opposite idea.
Specifically obtuse about what this meant. So,
yeah.
Okay, best boy. It's the lead from Phantom Busters. It's Eugene. He's my favorite. I love him to pieces. Every time he shows up, I have such a crush on him. I don't see characters like him because he kind of fades to the back, but he's just always like hyper capable against this backdrop or this front row of goobers. But also just like he's cute as a fucking button, and I love him.
Okay, well,
who is your best boy?
I'm gonna go with the degenerate answer. It's the angel boy from Pretty Boy Detective Club.
Oh, the legs boy?
Yeah.
Oh, legs boy.
Oh my god.
He got legs.
I was pretty good this entire arc. And the thing is he was one of the only ones that I was like, oh yes, thank you, please, more.
Okay.
As a boy's arc goes, like I was what's the dearth? There was a dearth of boys for me.
They're not boys for us though. That's the thing.
There was no Chris in this one.
Chris
from A Gravity Boys.
Oh yeah,
he was the closest.
Bonus question: do either of your answers change of best boy and key grip if Wise Beast of Wizarding Wisdom is brought in?
So,
because my answer is no.
There were boys I was more attracted to in Wise Beast.
If that's how you want to measure best boy, that you can do that, because that's partially because I had such a little crush on Eugene.
But I think,
and I just like him as a character as well. But also, he's a cutie.
Yeah, as far as characterizations go, I think Wise Beast was more lust than like character.
I would agree with that.
Stuff.
I would agree with that.
So,
I would agree with that.
The deer boy in Wise Beast really
boy
gets me.
Yeah. Okay. You have to listen to that bonus episode you haven't already to see us be complete degenerates.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Honestly, I think I outed myself more than anything with the bats, but whatever. You're just gonna have to listen to find out, people. But yes, that's Boys Arc, right? I don't think we have any other business. We ranked them.
Yeah.
We picked the best group of boys. I'm probably going to read a little bit more of a lot of these. I'm assuredly reading. I've read more Phantom Busters. I will be reading more Windbreakers because I got the manga from the library, or at least I've ordered it. Who knows when it will show up.
Yeah,
I did read a few more chapters of the Issa 9. I probably won't read more chapters of Pretty Boy Detective Club.
I'm not gonna just because it's too hard.
Yeah, and Haikyuu, I don't like sports. Sorry.
I'm probably gonna read more Windbreaker.
No, I'm excited for Windbreaker. I'm excited for Windbreaker.
Fuck Bungo Stray Dogs.
You need to read more Phantom Busters.
I am going to read more Phantom Busters.
You have to.
Yeah.
More than anything else.
I'm actually going to.
It's really good.
Instead of just thinking that I did.
It is so consistently a great time.
Yeah, not gonna read more Haikyuu.
It makes me go, it's like you said in that episode, it's like, oh yeah, Exorcist manga can be good.
Yeah.
And you just forget that because there's so many garbage ones.
And I've read all of Transferred to Another World, but I'm the Savior. It's only, what did I say, like 35 chapters
you said
or
it wasn't
something?
a lot. But yeah, that's the arc. What's the next arc, you ask? I'm not telling you. You'll get to find out next time.
Next week.
Probably. Who knows? Maybe we'll cover Bleach. We're not covering Bleach.
We already covered Bleach.
Exactly. I was the one that said that. I know. As we get to the end of the episode, I'm still upset my house doesn't have its power back.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They did
sat
say
here the whole time with the lights off.
They did say 10:40 p.m.
We are in a basement.
Luckily,
with the
we're in a
lights
basement
off.
because otherwise it'd be way too hot.
And not because there's a tornado warning.
No, with the lights off, it's this dangerous. Is that the line?
What?
With the lights from Nirvana.
I'm not.
With the lights, my libido. I'm mixing between the actual
Yeah,
song,
you are.
the Jack Black barbershop quartet version from the Muppets movie, and the Weird Al parody.
Okay.
Here we are now, entertainers.
Entertain us.
I feel stupid and contagious. I think again, this is maybe me mashing up a bunch of things in my brain zone malapropism. So, Brad, put these boys to bed.
All right, guys. Let's see if I can do this from memory.
Remember we said we weren't going to do the music next week? We literally can't.
It worked out really well.
It worked out well. The heavens said, you're done. I mean, I could still do Parker Fulgore from memory.
You could.
Did I ever do the Japanese one on mic and recording?
You did. It was in the afterbeeps.
Okay, that's fine. That's enough.
Listener,
Sorry.
if you haven't heard it, go back. Why don't you listen to the afterbeeps? That's where the fun shit is.
That's where the best stuff is. Skip over the ad or the Patreon read. That thing sucks. Go right to the beeps. I love the beeps.
No, you're not allowed to listen to the afterbeeps if you don't listen to the whole thing.
Skip the Patreon callouts. You don't need them. Unless you're a patron.
I
You
always
don't need
listen to them. We put a lot of work into that.
I was there for them. I don't need it again. I say, wanting to listen to the beeps of the things that I said that were stupid. Yeah, Brad, put these to bed.
Well,
Test your luck. Test your brain.
we want to hear from people. So go on our website, animepodcastreincarnation.com. Check out our social links page where you can find all the links to all of our socials. It literally tells you what it is. So why don't you come on our Discord and tell us what you do when the power goes out? Do you record a podcast for an hour when the power goes out? That sounds like fun. We should try that sometime.
Sitting in the dark and poking at our phones until the power came back, which it seems like it's not going to in
It's
time.
a good thing we decided
I'm glad
to do
you
this.
could do this. I mean, I didn't think we could, and you're the one that knew, so it worked out.
Yeah, Discord, best place to talk with us. Come on there. Now that we're at the end of the boys arc, who's your favorite boy?
Yes.
And not just in the ones that we
You're
covered.
taking all my engagement questions, Brad.
Although you should tell us the ones that we covered here, but also just like in general, who's your favorite boy?
Yeah.
Let me think. Any more engagement questions I can do instead
You can
of
steal from me.
You can also find a link up there to our Patreon, where our supporters get perks like getting that bonus episode that we talked about. It's out already. You can go and you can sign up right now and get that bonus episode. You don't have to sign up before the episode comes out to get the bonus episode. They're all available, all the ones we've ever done. So you can sign up if you wanted to. You could sign up at the lowest tier for $1 and download all the bonus episodes and then unsubscribe. It would make me sad, but you could do it.
I'm stopping. I've gotten texts that obviously it's not always specific, but it says we expect to restore power to your region by 11 p.m. Wednesday, July 8th.
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
What the
There's
fuck?
no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Wednesday?
Ain't no fucking way.
Guys,
Wednesday.
it's
I don't
Saturday.
I don't live in Ohio. Why? I don't believe you. Because at first that's both an email from the local, a text and an email from the electric provider.
Jesus.
Because I'm like, that's not right. I'll go check my text, and like the text is the same thing, and I'm like, fuck. I don't know what to do with myself.
Have not got a text that says my power is out, so
Okay.
you can't come over.
I was going to check with my sister because I know their power's flickering, but I don't know if they lost theirs or not.
Anyways, where
I'm
was
sorry,
I?
I got distracted.
You can also get the high-quality stereo version of the podcast early. So you can hear it generally 3 or 4 days in advance of everyone else. And you can be like Imaginary Numeral and listen to it early and tell me what I forgot to bleep out.
Yeah, you can get to know what's coming up next. Well, I've been better at being tight-lipped about that, though, admittedly.
And there's another thing that you can get at the $3 tier that Moxie will say a thing now.
Yes, for only 3 tiers, that is merchant tier or up, you can get us to cover anything in the obligation arc coming up this fall, barring Shonen Jump shenanigans. So for the low price of $3, you come into our Discord, into those Patreon-specific rooms, and go, hey, you guys should cover this. And we go, okay, and I put it on the spreadsheet, and then when the time comes, we'll record an episode about it. Pick literally whatever you want. Preferably not something we've covered, though. We've been saying, if you have a good reason why we should go back to something we've already covered, let us know, and we'll do it if you're compelling enough. $3 is pretty compelling, admittedly. But
nobody has picked anything in order to torture us yet. So.
No. That could be you. $3 is a really easy way to make a human a lot more miserable than they were before. So yeah, please go do that. It'll be a fun time.
Our patrons also get a shout out, which will happen now. And I'm going to do this from memory.
Okay.
So if I get it wrong, I'm sorry. At our noble tier, we're going to start off with our crown prince, Slimy Okra.
Woo!
Also at our noble tier, we've got our archduke, Imaginary Numeral.
Yeah!
At our noble tier, we've got our marquis, Sir Cake Dwarf.
Wahoo! I'm trying not to crash out about not having power for many days, possibly.
And last, and certainly not least, at our commoner tier, we've got Laura Carroll, Last Man on Earth, and Rena. So thank you so much to all our patrons.
Thank you, patrons. Thank you, Brad, for doing that. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Make sure you listen to all the podcasts in our feed, and I wonder what those boys will get up to next.
Nothing. The arc's done. This was the last episode.
Oh.
This is Pretty Boy Detective Club. An extra special episode in the dark.
The dark. I feel like it's going to have to come up while we're recording.
And we should address it right away so that we don't have to keep talking.
Right after the welcome. Right after the welcome, I'll do it. On today's episode, but what if the boys were pretty and detectives? This is Pretty Boy Detectives Club. Is there an S on it? I can't actually see it at the same time.
I think that's important.
Pretty Boy Detective Club is what I have written down. Let me check the Google, the big doc, because that should be the most right. Yeah, Pretty Boy Detective Club.
I'm gonna sidetrack us for a minute here, because I normally do this, but I'm looking at your summary as you're reading it, because I like to make fun of your spellings where possible.
Thank you.
But something more interesting here. Because you normally do the bullet points for these, which makes it easier to catch each thing. But you've got some of them indented.
They're sub bullets. I don't know why I did sub bullets. I don't remember, but I specifically did sub bullets.
Okay, so that is on purpose.
That's on purpose. That's
I see down here you've got 3 levels deep.
Oh, because I think this is going in after beeps if it's going anywhere. No, because when I introducing each of the boys, I just put as a sub bullet point in the main one, and then one of them had an even sub point about them.
I got
okay.
You. Can you not point that at me? I mean, honestly, that's better. I imagine you can see me.
You can. I didn't think about the computer screen having light. Sorry.
And now I can't see you at all. Now that you don't have your phone on. Thank you.
It's in my own face.
Something like that.
I've never looked at my ceiling fluff so much. Socials, Discord. Did you get to the Patreon yet?
Oh, I was talking about our bonus episode.
Oh, you were doing engagement. You were stealing things from me.
So the bonus episode, go on our website. You can download all of them for $1, and that would make me sad. Now what?
Is that just thunder? It's like consistent. Or maybe it's fireworks. I don't know anymore. I'm just hyper paranoid.
Yeah, you are.
Thinking about not having power for fucking 5 days or whatever. Thank you, patrons. Thank you, Brad, for doing that. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Make sure you listen to all the podcasts on our feed, and I didn't have an outro bit then. My mind is now elsewhere.
You know, the original flavor of Ramune tastes a lot like bubble gum.
Yes. Sort of. Yes.
It doesn't say it's original flavor. So, remember when we did unboxings?
A billion years ago?
That was fun.
Yeah.
We could do that again now. We have the camera.
No. I want to make fun things with it and not rote things. Put that energy into those things. What's a good outro bit? I was going to just say like the thing of put 'em to bed of just the boys' adventures all over. What will the boys dream of next?
What do those boys get up to next week? Nothing.
Nothing.
It's over. Go home.
I'll do that. You should do that. I'll do that sound clip and then you'll go, nothing. The arc's over. Can you do this for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the pretty boy anthem. If you strong, sexy handsome, you a certified gigolo.
He don't love me. He don't want me. I just use him for his
Gosh, I love when Bradwood plays songs I've never heard and he's just super about them.
Every time I need a max on the boot that you bet I'ma hit chicks on new jet. All in my mind, I'm pook, if you can't, I'm looking up like who said. Every other week we on a
Okay, now I
trip.
get it.
Cute shit, say I want a boat, I got a cruise ship. Never feeling blue on blue strips, blue fit, you want blue chips.
Oh.
Mama take me to the store and she buy me a protect.
Oh, they canceled the Sun Thunderstorm watch. Paul.
What was originally used to
I said strong.
Oh, I like strong better.
Yes, I do.
Okay. We get it. He a gigolo. But the thunderstorm being over doesn't mean you get your power back.
No.
All right. Well, now we have to turn all this stuff off and just sit down here in the dark.